Community Engaged Learning, an Introduction, offered by the Office of Community Engaged Learning at Lewis University. What is community, and how would you define it? The Oxford Dictionary explains that community is a group of people living in the same place or having a particular characteristic in common. Community might also be described as a feeling of fellowship with others as a result of sharing common attitudes, interests, and goals. At Lewis University, Community Engaged Learning, or CEL, is comprised of experiences with the community which are integrated with course materials and critical reflection. These experiences enable students to practice social responsibility while deepening knowledge and skills related to their class. Being engaged in the community is an empowering way to learn about key topics, yourself, and the world. If you have mixed feelings about entering into this CEL experience, you are probably in an appropriate frame of mind because you will encounter difference, have your ideas challenged, and work to keep an open mind. Students engage with community for many different reasons. Perhaps you want to respond to an issue about which you are passionate, such as educational inequity or food insecurity. Or maybe you want to learn more about topics like environmental justice or racial segregation. Working in community is a great way to learn, explore, and build relationships. There are a multitude of benefits that come from collaborating with the community, including learning about community assets, not just the challenges, developing the knowledge, skills, and dispositions to engage with the world, improving critical thinking, increasing a sense of civic responsibility, engaging with and learning from community leaders and mentors, connecting theory and practice in learning, increasing compassion for self and others, acting on faith or spiritual commitments, gaining career skills, exploring and building reciprocal relationships, expanding one's openness to new ideas, and feeling empowered to make social change. Being engaged in the community requires one to approach the experience with a mindset or disposition that's conducive to learning. These 6 dispositions include open-mindedness, humility, appreciation of community cultural wealth, intellectual curiosity, empathy, and commitment. Let's start with open-mindedness. Engaging in the community with an openness to learning will allow you to benefit more deeply from your experience. Stepping out of your comfort zone can be unnerving, but by listening to the stories of the community leaders with which you interact, you might be surprised by what you learn. While open-mindedness compels us to try something new, humility reminds us to recognize our limitations. It is important that each of us does not approach engaging with the community with the sense that we will save the community. Instead, we look to community leaders already doing the work for guidance and accompany them in their efforts. To enact humility, it is important to be aware of community cultural wealth. Appreciating cultural wealth means recognizing the assets utilized in communities of color to thrive. Those engaged in a community should be mindful of not only the struggles of that community, but the strength, resilience, and resources that exist there. The next disposition, intellectual curiosity, is an extension of open-mindedness and humility. People who demonstrate intellectual curiosity understand that there is always something more to learn, and that listening, observing, and asking thoughtful questions are tools that facilitate growth and individual development. According to the Merriam-Webster Dictionary, empathy is the act of understanding, being aware of, and being sensitive to the feelings, thoughts, and experiences of another. Often, the concept has been described as feeling with another person. Empathy may help us to connect with the communities in which we engage. Time is often a barrier to getting involved. However, carving out time to interact with your community partner is key to having a meaningful experience this semester. Be mindful of your responsibilities, and if time is a barrier for you, reach out to your instructor to brainstorm about what you can do to commit fully. While accomplishing the goals of the semester is important, how you accomplish these goals is even more important. We invite you to build relationships, get to know community partners, and help them get to know you. Remember that behaving appropriately is important. This responsibility is a great practice in professionalism. Learn about your partner, check out their website and social media, and see what they are all about. If you're going there in person, plan your route and make sure you know the ins and outs of parking and the dress code. If you're engaging virtually, make sure that the platform you'll be using is working well. This is also an opportunity to grow your communication skills. Share about your skills and limitations. Ask clarifying questions and work to remain open to feedback that may help you learn and grow as a professional. We've spent the last few minutes talking about how to have a meaningful community-engaged learning experience. It's important to be mindful that your experience may cause you to shift your thinking. Through taking time to reflect on your experiences, we hope that you will learn, grow, question, and be inspired in big or small ways. We hope you have a meaningful community-engaged learning experience. If you have any questions or concerns, talk with your instructor or feel free to reach out to the Office of Community Engaged Learning. We're here for you.